Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. As you can tell by the title, today is going to be my December monthly reset. I'm so excited to go over my goals for the month, what I achieved in November, my reflections, everything like that. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. I thought I'd make it extra festive and sit next to my beautiful little Christmas tree today. So here we are. I'm going to shuffle over and pop up my reflections next to me here and let's go through them. So November reflections, what are you most proud of? I wrote, I am proud of continuing to practice daily yoga, pushing myself to apply for all types of jobs and reach out for help when needed. So yeah, basically this month I was job hunting when I got back from Australia and I just applied for everything. So yeah, it was successful, so yay, but it is really difficult thinking, basically putting yourself in a box, like I think I'm one thing so I can't do that, so I'm not even going to bother applying. So getting out of that headspace was, yeah, I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And yeah, the daily yoga I strongly recommend to anyone. It's so amazing. And yeah, again, reaching out for help when needed. Sometimes it's really hard to look, you know, to loved ones, even if they're dealing with stuff, but just in general to admit when you are struggling and when you are needing some extra support. So I'm proud of myself for reaching out to those around me when I needed it most. Alrighty, so what challenged you this month? I said being back in Vancouver after a month in Melbourne. Pretty self-explanatory. I was home for my birthday in the warmer weather with all my loved ones around me, and to come back to very cold weather in Vancouver where I don't have the biggest circle of friends here. And yeah, I just found it really difficult to be home. And I also wrote, and consistently interviewing for jobs. Like interview after interview was really tough. Basically just putting yourself out there and selling yourself to the company and being so switched on all the time. And interviewing is hard, like it's not easy. And I'm a performer and an actor, and I think people think it's a lot easier for people like us, but it's not. I had no real script to go with. Okay, so what are 3 things you're grateful for? I wrote number 1, yoga. So the Yoga with Adrian videos. She has like, what, 10 million subscribers. You guys will obviously know who Yoga with Adrian is, but if you haven't, just do one of her videos and it'll be amazing. Number 2, I wrote sleep, saying it's so vital. It is. I really struggle when I don't have a good night's sleep, and I really struggle to get to sleep, oh my God, to get to sleep, to stay asleep, all of those things. And looking into how you can help your sleep is something I'm doing right now. I think I'm doing enough, but I'm obviously not because I struggle sleeping. So yeah, I'm grateful for sleep when I can get it. And number 3, I wrote connection with loved ones. I did catch up with a few friends while I've been back and reconnecting with some, and you know, reaching out to find connection with my Melbourne friends, or even my friends, like I've got a best friend who lives in Scotland, and just reaching out to everyone and finding that connection. It's the best. I love it. Something you learned this month. I wrote, you still have to get up and out of the apartment in the colder season. Make it happen. Plan those friend dates and go for walks, etc. Hibernation isn't the answer. And I caught up with my friend Grace, who's originally from Australia. She lives a little bit out of Vancouver, but she's originally from Sydney, Australia, and living here and living through the winters together. We've been here the exact same amount of time. We're like, you know what? Screw that. Let's do stuff during the colder months. Let's plan friend dates. Let's do Christmas activities. Let's try and get out of the house, because it's so easy to fall into this cycle of like, oh, I'll just stay at home and it's way too cold. It's raining. It's -3 outside, and just not make that effort with people. And it's kind of sadly like the norm around Vancouver, unless you're like going out to a bar and spending money. Like I don't always want to go to a pub and have a drink, and just like, it's not really for me. So finding what else you can do and really forcing yourself to get out of the house, like it's so hard, but it's not going to get less cold. It's always going to be cold until probably April. We start to see some reprieve here in Vancouver, and it's not even snowing a lot here. Hey, Miss Flo's gonna say hello. Come on, Baba. Come. Oh, there we go. Go yell at the bird. So a crow just landed up there. So yeah, so just really for those living in the Northern Hemisphere, get out there. I know it's hard. It's way easier to stay home, watch YouTube or Netflix and do stuff at home, but get out there and plan stuff that you're interested in. Do a pottery class, do a dance workout, whatever it is to get out of the house, because it's really hard, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's helped my mood over the past month. And lastly, I wrote word of the month. I had curious. I did that in October I did that at the beginning of the month for this month. Yeah. And I crossed it out and wrote strength, because that's what a few friends have told me, that I've been so strong and have had strength. And I, yeah, just thought it was a better suited word to the month of November was strength. And word of December, I wrote busy, because your gal wants to be busy. I have a new job. I have a lot planned because I don't want to spend a lot of cold, lonely nights. You know, I just don't want to do that. So I want to keep busy and keep active and see people and do activities and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that is my reflections all done. So let's get on to my goals for November, see how we did, and then we'll go into the goals for December. Okay, I'm gonna be reading off my computer, which is next to me, but I will put up my goals right there so you guys can follow along a lot easier. And let's get on to it. So November goals, let's go through it. I did the thing where I don't look at my goals ever again. I created it for the video and I was inspired at the time, and then I just didn't look back at the goal list. So I have no idea, like I didn't do any of it because I didn't look at it. I just wasn't in the right headspace. So, oh, got some cat hair on me. So whatever I did achieve, great, but I'm really like, it was a bit of a write-off, to be completely honest. So that's okay, it happens, let's just go through it. So personal, take myself out on a date. I did a lot of solo stuff, but I wouldn't say it was particularly anything like I'm taking myself out on a date. Like I got like Starbucks drinks for like content, and I didn't really do that for me. Like I went to the library to drop off books. It wasn't like I'm gonna go to the library. Like it wasn't anything, so that was a no. Try new coffee shops. I ticked this because I went out to meet people with coffee, but I'd been to the cafes, but I still went on like 3 separate coffee dates. So I ticked that because it made me feel better. Find a job full-time, your gal did, so that was a tick, yay. Call, message friends from Melbourne weekly. This is pretty much daily, so I ticked that. Read 3 books. I only read 1 because, yeah, I didn't love the book that I read. It was called The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I'm sure you guys have read it. It's very popular, but it was just so intense in terms of how obsessed with each other they were. And I was like, oh, I just won't finish it. But then I can't, like, I have to finish a task if I start it. So I couldn't, it's not like I couldn't put it down, but I had to finish the book. So I just got through that, but it was a slow book for me, so I only read 1. Let's do financial, more mindful spending. You'll see in a second I did not mindfully spend, so no. Weekend activities kept at 100 in total. I sort of factored in like dinner, transport, all of that for the whole weekend. I don't think I did this because one night with transit and food was like $100, and that was one night, but I did activities the day before, so I just said no. Pay off phone bill and credit card on time, tick. And I didn't go to a bank because I just thought about it and was like, that sounds absolutely horrible to go in and sit down with someone and talk about a credit card. So I just didn't do it. Okay, next up, health and wellness. See my doctor to talk about skin and mental health. I did this. Close loops daily. I closed all of them but the Move ring a couple of times. So I could have cheated like I did with the coffee shops, but I didn't. Like, I brought my goals down because the job I wasn't working and it's colder and things like that. So I was like, you know what, let's be realistic. Coming from Australia where I wasn't doing anything, let's go into November and make the, what are they called? The loops not as crazy in terms of like 1,000 calories a day. Let's make that like 500 and stuff like that. So I just brought my loops down so I could close them daily, and I pretty much did. There was maybe 2 days that I didn't, but I didn't tick it anyway, but whatever. I was still proud of myself that I love when all the circles like glow up and I'm like, yay, Apple Watch. Eat, go to sleep at a similar time each day. No, this one was super hard because different interviews at different times, appointments, and just I struggle to sleep, as I said before. So no, mindful eating and my full question mark. I think I was a lot better at this. I really sat with, you know, the dinner that I had thinking, do I want seconds? Do I want dessert? And really thinking, am I just having something sweet after dinner because I normally do it? And I also wanted to avoid having too much dessert and whatever because of the sugar and going to bed and my struggle with sleep. So I think I did a lot better at that. Follow Yoga with Adriene daily calendar. I did, well, there's a couple of days left of the month, but I have done every single day but Friday. But I have been doubling up. Like if there's just an 8-minute meditation, I'll do like a 20-minute yoga together, because I'm not just gonna be like, the meditation's my exercise. Like, no. Social media, this one was hard. I wasn't feeling amazing, so I didn't really put myself online as much as I kind of wanted to be like, hey, I'm really trying with my reels and TikToks and stuff, because I had, yeah, it was just such a hard month in general. So I didn't hit 2.1K on YouTube. I didn't hit 2.8K on TikTok. I uploaded every week on YouTube though, which is great because I really struggle to do that, find the motivation. I posted 2 reels, but I didn't do one every week. And consistent TikToks, I think I posted like 1, and I was doing daily TikToks back in summer. So really struggled with that, but that's okay. November's gone. Let's not worry about November anymore. Let's get into my December goals. I changed my position on the camera because I felt like I was sitting the other place for too long. So let's change it up. I'm gonna put my goals over here for the upcoming month of December. So let's go through it. Personal, take more time for self-care. Really want to try to do this and be mindful about it. Try something new. I went to iDance Studio in Vancouver on Friday night, so like 2 nights ago, for they had an anniversary of their studio being open for 8 years. And I tried a heels class. I wasn't wearing heels, but I tried that and it was different and new, and I had a really fun time doing it. So I was like, you know what, let's try something new this month, whether it's a recipe, another dance class, things like that. Yeah, just want to try something new. I don't really know in what capacity, but that's okay. Call, message friends from Melbourne weekly. I guess I just kept that on to remind myself. Read 2 books because I don't want to overshot by, you know, I hopefully will be able to burn through more books this month, because that book was really hard in terms of it wasn't that good. All right, financial. More mindful spending on weekends. Just overall, I don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars. Not that I do, but being like, okay, I bought dinner out this night, let's stay in the next night, and things like that. Transfer 2 grand into the TFSA. I just really want to focus on saving the money that I do have, and if it's a way, I won't think about it and be like, oh, I can just do this and that. Speak to bank about new credit card. I really do want to do that, so I still kept it in, even though I really don't. I should. Keep Christmas gifts intentional. So I think I spoke about this in my Decorate With Me video, which is up now. I'll put a card up there if you guys haven't seen it. For Christmas, I just want to spend intentionally. Like, I don't want to just buy gifts for the sake of doing it. What do people really need, really use, like in their day-to-day life? Like, I think things like creams, if you use creams daily, then that's a great gift, because it's not something that new that you're putting into someone's life. I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like, people have different needs and wants and desires and blah, 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 but for a Christmas gift, I want an experience or something that is not just, you know, clothing, or something that you can, that's not that important. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, keep them intentional. Health and wellness. Meditate at least once a week. I really loved doing, the theme of Yoga with Adriene this month was meditation, or meditate, so love doing that. It was very calming for me. Closed loops daily, it's a given. Go to sleep at least an hour earlier. I've got a full-time job now, I have to be up early, so I really want to do this. Follow Yoga with Adriene daily calendar. I'm doing that again because I loved it so much this month. 2K on YouTube this month, let's do it. I'm so close, it's painful. I've been sitting under 2K for so long now. I'm holding my laptop, that's why I'm like shaking. Yeah, I just really want to hit 2K. It's just been sitting under there for so long. I'm like 1970, like, I just really want to get over it. So if you guys haven't subscribed and you're watching this, please help a gal out. I have a thing about round numbers as well. 2.7 on TikTok. If I am posting more TikToks, which I wrote on here, I hopefully will. Upload every week at least once. I want to keep that the same with my YouTube. Hopefully a few more over the holidays. Post a reel every week. I did lots of exclamation points because this is an easy one. I can definitely do that. And post more TikToks, so 3 a week. I think all of those are pretty achievable. I really want to make sure that I'm going back and looking at my goals this month to check in like weekly, like, oh, have I done this or am I focusing on that? Because I get that they're like pretty because they're on my computer and stuff, but maybe I should write them out for the new year. Who knows? So those are all my goals for December, and let's get on to my expenses for the month because your gal, she spent a lot. So let's look at it and yeah, go from there. Very much golden hour now as the sun is setting already at, you know, 3:30 p.m, but that's okay. I'm gonna pop up everything that I spent in the month of November up on the screen so you guys can follow along and it won't be as distracting with the lighting. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so for the month I earned about $1,500 with the employment insurance. You have to report all your earnings, and because I was out of the country they don't pay you any money. So all in total I got $1,700 for the month, plus obviously the savings that I have. Yeah, I got my AdSense paid in, which was great timing and all of that, but I still spent $2,500 throughout the month of November. The big ones here were food, I spent over budget, and health was over budget. So let's break that down. Rent's always the same, streaming's always the same, Uber, let's just take Uber off. I'm sorry, but like I don't get Uber. Compass card is 100 and it says I spent 60, but I actually spent, I'll put it into December that I got a monthly pass, so that's gonna be even more. But yeah, spent a lot more on transit because I was going to different interviews, as I said. Gas, I spent like 2 different payments for, you know, helping Elliot out with like larger trips that we were doing. Groceries was a big one. Inflation is crazy right now, guys, and Canada, I'm sure you guys know if you are Canadian or anywhere around the world, the cost of living has just gone up exponentially. It's crazy. So we did 2 shops. I did the first shop of the month, and then Elliot did the next one, and I did the 3rd one. So I went, you know, like we did a really big shop because we've been away for all of October, so I don't mind that. 238 is usually on par. So every week and a bit, we go to the shops and we alternate. So yeah, I spent over $560 on groceries. Like, that's crazy. Like, I just really need to be more mindful of that. We weren't going overboard as well. Like, we're not buying like heaps of stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Everything's gone up. Like, produce is so expensive. Like, we got 3 romaine, like a packet of 3. We usually get a huge one, but our packet of lettuce, there was 3 romaine hearts in it, $8. 8. Tomatoes, a little thing of them, $7. Like, produce is so expensive because all of it is imported into Canada. Like, we don't grow anything apart from like apples and berries and stuff. So it's just like, I feel like we're paying for their plane ticket, like all these fruit and veg. Like, I can't. Anyway, that's that. Restaurants, takeaway, I had a few different things on. So that was a dinner. It was like, you know, under 30 bucks with tip and everything. So that was great. Local was a couple of drinks with Ayla. She's going back to, well, she is now in Australia. Grace's 30th was, a big special one. So that was 60. Cafes, went to, well, had a Starbucks. We did the festive drinks. If you guys want to see that, that's in my previous video. Milano's with Vic, and yeah, I went on another coffee date, but my friend Jess shouted me coffee. Clothing, obviously nothing. Phone, back down to 56, thank God, because your gal called Australia by accident a few months ago and that was really bad. Fun money, I had to buy the camera, my G7X, sorry, that I'm on right now. I left the camera charger, like the battery charger, in Australia, and that was like a week into me being back. Mum was like, did you forget this? So I had to buy one and get it from Toronto. That was sent over, so there was a bit of a backlog with videos, like I couldn't film, which was a nightmare. So that was that. Went to Dollarama, bought some Christmas cards and stuff. Pet care, that was a big one. So we spent I spent $186 on a rabies vaccine for little Flo and like a checkup and everything. Drugstore, I have gone back on the pill, so that was $86 for 3 months. Actual nightmare. Therapy is always the same. I had my 2 sessions. Credit card, I can't remember why I didn't pay, like it's usually around $1,000, but anyway, that was like that. And yeah, my Cerberus payment, paying back the government slowly but surely. So yeah, all in all, 2,552, like not bad. And obviously actually made money this month, which was nice. Thank you, government. But yeah, that is everything with my expenses. And I'm not gonna go over a budget. It's really hard because I don't really know what I'm going to be earning and things like that yet. So it'd be cool to look into the new year and structure out my paychecks and everything, because I haven't received anything yet at my new job. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my December monthly reset. I can't believe we're at the end of 2022. What a big year. Very glad it's over. Very excited for 2023. And yeah, let me know what you guys are doing this December. I really hope that you guys made it to the end and you had a beverage of your choice to get through it. Maybe some snacks, because she was a long one. But thank you for sticking with me if you are still watching. And I can't wait for the new year. I can't wait to plan for January. Can't believe it. It's been a big year. But yeah, if you guys haven't, please hit subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And let me know what else you'd like to know or what else you would like included in these monthly resets, because I have no issues pulling stuff out, putting stuff in, whatever. I make these videos just as much for you guys as it is for me to help get a grip on my life. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!
Forget your feelings, show me you want it. You've been a